We're back with another episode with the Big Screen Boys. You know what, guys? We actually watched something that wasn't on the big screen. Pretty crazy, right?
Please don't start with this, bro. It's too.
You did this, okay? This is on you. We went to the small screen. In fact, we went to Netflix, the series particularly, and we watched the first episode of what's it called? One Piece.
Yeah.
Why are you acting like you don't know One Piece? You said that you have watched like over 700 episodes of One Piece.
Did. But this is the live action.
So
One
the
Piece.
name is still the same, my man.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I couldn't tell from watching that episode. I wasn't sure if they had changed it or something.
And not only that, you said that you watched 700 episodes and that it was trash.
You know, shout out to the people who like One Piece. It's trash though. But you can say it's the
I'm
best
one
ever.
of them.
I know.
I just one of them too. You like One Piece, right?
I liked it before the time skip. Like except
Which
the
one?
more what was the Haunted Island arc? It was alright. Like I like the Sky Island, the Along Park one, and
The big ear dude.
The CP9 arc that was good as well. I like.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. The CP9.
Okay. So yeah, we watched that first episode of One Piece. Well, they watched. I kind of listened to it. I saw bits and pieces.
Don't tell me that you actually didn't watch it. Come on, bro.
No, he didn't.
I
He
did.
left out. He came back. You see the dun sound that was coming.
Okay. Well, since Ash and me actually paid attention to it, I guess we'll break it down. When I first saw it at the beginning, I mean, I didn't remember particularly how One Piece started until like he got into the barrel, and I'm like, all right, he gets into the ship and all that. But my first impression of it was a good one, I would say. I didn't mind it. When he starts as Luffy and like, well, I can swim, he's talking to nobody. I assume he's talking to the camera actually because he looks at the camera. Does One Piece begin like that? Because I don't remember exactly beginning like that.
It does begin like that because like they just show Luffy just like on the ship and you're like, who the hell is this guy?
Right, and he's talking to himself too. Oh no, he's talking to the bird.
Yeah.
I forgot, right?
Yeah.
And he mentions to the bird, who didn't ask him, bro, I can't swim. He actually does that in the anime?
I honestly don't remember because it's been more than a decade since I watched that. But
It just seemed like a little bit of like forced exposition. Like he's telling you right away, I can't swim. He's not telling you why though.
For some reason, I do because the thing is that in anime they usually talk out loud, and they would be speaking out loud. So it makes sense if he would do that.
Oh, it doesn't.
Right.
Come on now.
No, in anime does it way too much. It's ridiculous to the point where they do it.
He would be looking at the sea and he would be talking to himself out loud.
But I think the main problem with a lot of live action things, it's not anime. So you can't do that kind of stuff.
So usually the problem with the live action before has been like it strayed away from story too much. It did a lot of its own thing to the characters and it take away the integral part of the story that was important. But
Fucking
in this case they got
fudging Death Note.
Yeah, like that.
That's exactly what Death Note did. They completely took it another way.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop they did the same thing. And in that Ghost in the Shell, they did the same thing. But here, at least, like from the first episode's point of view, they got at least the story and the character part right. The only thing where they fell short at was the acting because it felt like, I mean, they were acting, but it didn't feel like the acting was any impressive or anything that would like reel you in.
It's another thing because especially with anime, all the characters for the most part they're very expressive. Like,
yeah,
even Luffy
Like for example, if you look at the Japanese live actions, they manage to like still to a lot of extent get the expressive part right. The only problem where they get wrong is like the production quality sucks. They become too cartoonish at times, and it just takes away any kind of value that it had.
Yeah, I actually disagree with you.
For example,
Japanese live actions to me are also very bad.
for example, the Samurai X, when they got the fighting part and everything right, it's just that the comedic part is the place where they ran into the problems, because even though it was expressive, like they matched the expressive tones, it's just that from the whole movie point of view, like it didn't translate well to keep everything as it is.
Hmm.
And the thing is that before, in the live actions, they strayed too much away, and they made the changes, but those changes didn't actually incorporate in the story, and they could not get the story right as well, so they had a lot of problems. Like, at least they have reached to a point where they can get the story part right. All they have to do is like balance out the anime character part and not take it away from the characters, meanwhile still making them act, and in a way like you can keep their essence, but you don't have to like be overly cartoonish about it.
Yeah, like this actually brings it back to the whole writer strike. These are the people asking for more money.
Oh, those are the different people. These are the ones that are not even hired.
Hey, look, based on some of the stuff I've seen, it's time to swap out.
Like in this project, from the like what it has been is like everything has been greenlit and followed by and structured by Oda himself. So
Who's
the
that?
writer of One Piece. So like he has been part of the project.
Yoda wrote One Piece? What?
Fuck, I forgot the name.
What? Hey, man. Calm down.
One Piece writer. What's the name of the writer?
I honestly couldn't tell you who wrote Hunter x Hunter. I couldn't tell you who wrote Eureka 7.
Are you talking about the writer for?
Yeah, it is Oda. Bro, you scared me. I thought that I got it wrong.
You gotta believe in yourself, bro. Just like I believe in you.
Yeah, so it was indeed Oda, yeah.
But that also means nothing, because at the end of the day, like I've always said, keep animated stuff animated. Like live action's fun and all,
Yeah,
but 90% of the time,
I would agree on that. Like, not everything has to be live action. And if you're going to adapt,
That's true.
you have to like offer something different. For example, among the movie live actions, I really like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man and the Nolan trilogy for Batman.
yeah.
Because they offered something new. They structured it different, and they gave it. But the thing was that it was easily it can be transferred in a way. But for One Piece, like the way the action scenes and everything, it's a lot harder to like completely.
So like
get
I
the
did
thing right.
see the scene towards the end where him and Nami were fighting the I guess the Navy people. Like the kicks looked fine, like where his legs were stretching and his punches. They didn't look bad.
No, they didn't. They didn't. No. I would say honestly, the weakest part of this of One Piece is the action scenes. It's the fighting scenes. That's the weakest part that they have.
I think-
And secondly, maybe the acting.
ones have been like not that good. It feels like it's choreography. What they could have done is like you can ask him to like move slowly and then use the camera to make it look like it's happening at a faster
Yes.
rate.
Because all they're doing was he probably got like a green screen glove on or something on his shoe just to stretch out the limbs.
Yeah, like for example,
So-
Rogue, you had seen Samurai X live action, right? The action scenes in that movie
Yeah.
were so good.
But
No,
is that-
there were.
was that Japanese?
Yeah, listen, Ash. No, it was. It was the
See,
Japanese version. I
that's-
agree, Ash. But listen, Ash, that's like the exception. For the most part, that's rare to see. They actually did capture a lot of great movements in that movie. But that's usually the exception. They usually didn't. They usually don't, nail it. And this one in One Piece, they didn't nail it. Like the movements are too slow
Yeah,
from the main
so
characters.
that's why I'm saying like they could have
What?
captured the movements
But-
differently.
No,
And then when you put it in the film, all you do is like you speed it up, so that way it looks more like.
Right. It could have been a little bit tighter and a little bit faster, and that actually would have solved the problem. But the problem is that
At the same time, like anytime you see, it's not just like for live action stuff. In general, American like fighting scenes, they're not the same
Yeah.
as something you would get in
Jackie Chan.
Japan.
The
Yeah.
Jackie Chan
Oh,
fighting
yeah.
scenes are fast.
So
No, it's true.
We all know we know what happened in the Avatar, the Last Airbender one.
oh,
It was-
dude, that was oh my god.
Like you got 7 people moving one rock slowly across the screen. like, like obviously they've improved a lot since then, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, but you're using the lowest of the bar, which is it's everybody
Hey,
can jump to that.
Dragon Ball Evolution may be lower. I don't remember.
Oh, dude, no, dude, you keep going lower. Now you're going underground.
I think
But, like-
here they needed like a better fighting choreographer because
They
I have
did,
seen,
they
like,
did.
good
One Piece-
choreographers. in,
One
like,
Piece-
movie scenes.
General, all the big 3 from back in the day, they're all pretty fast paced in their fighting scenes.
Yeah.
One Piece, same thing. You got a guy with 3 swords slicing people up. That's got to be fast.
Yeah.
Luffy's,
Oh, and you
Luffy's
you
going
know-
like
It
a
was tap
tornado.
dancing. You know, like how when they show someone, like when you teach someone how to block a move and like how to stop their movement. That's how it looked like. Like he was telling us how to stop. Like it looked more like a tutorial rather than an action, like actual scene happening.
Yeah, I got you.
no, dude, it looked like the rehearsal.
Yeah.
It looked like when they do a choreography in rehearsal where it's slower, it's not actually there yet. That's exactly how it looked. And I mean, at least personally for me, with Luffy, I didn't mind because his stretchy powers kind of like mask it a little bit.
Yeah, because
With Nami,
because it's CGI,
Yeah.
so that they can do.
Yo,
Like,
is Nami that tall? First of all, I
Yeah,
remember.
she is tall.
Okay,
when Nami, I thought that her choreography was slightly better than Zoro's, and Zoro, I actually liked the guy that interpreted. He did a good job in my opinion. Made him kind of cool,
Yeah,
but
the only
fighting,
yeah,
it's a little bit too slow.
yeah. Like the thing is that like his acting was better than Nami and Luffy guy, but his like choreography, his action choreography is not that good.
that was
Yeah.
crazy.
It's not
Because
fluid.
Luffy's special, right?
Yeah.
You can call him that. That's a good PG term. That's good.
Because the thing is that
Alright.
like I have seen some of the fan made stuff and they have better choreography, which is kind of like those.
Oh,
those
that's
are
true.
those are fans who read and watch this, and they don't gotta like make any like adjustments because of for marketing stuff. They can do.
No, you know why? You know why? Because those people that tend to do those kind of videos, they're like stuntmen or martial artists. They're not exactly actors. So yeah, they could recreate a cool fighting scene, but when it comes to acting and talking, maybe they're not that good. You know what I mean? So it's very easy to recreate one part of like.
I mean, normally
At the same
for
time.
Zoro scenes you can easily use like a stunt double.
Yeah. At the same time, you can't judge too much off one episode because
Yeah.
this is
Probably
technically
true, yeah.
better.
This is-
better later on, like in Arlong arc.
because this is like the beginning of their story, so they're not as they were experienced, but it's not the same as like next arc. One arc later, they're completely different. So it's like you can't judge too much.
That's true.
You say this is like a little intro.
No, it's because I remember I watched a series that's called Into the Badlands. I don't know if you guys know it.
Yeah, I've
It
heard
was
of
like, yeah, it was like a martial artist series, and the cool thing that the series that was kind of their motto. They were like, we want to make action scenes that are on par with movie action scenes, and they actually did it. And the choreography in each of the fights were superb.
Is that a
You
good
know?
They
thing
were
though?
really nice. I do
Like-
agree with that.
Movie action scenes aren't that good. Even
Oh no, some of them are.
it's hard to find like real good action scenes. Like Ash, I always say the raid. That's
Yo,
that's
man,
peak.
don't. Yeah,
That's
that
peak.
movie was. Oh my
But
god.
not even the second one was as good as the first. Like that's peak for me right there. Everything was so smooth, and it's tough to do that even when you got experienced martial artists. You need a very good choreographer, and then you're
You
throwing in
do.
anime
Yeah.
stuff where they have powers. That makes everything even more different.
Well,
So
I think in this case, One Piece wanted to go for characters that work better in the story than that they do in the fighting.
Dude,
So they're really not focused on the fighting that much, and you can kind of tell.
yeah.
but that's
I'm just going to say that for live action, it was pretty good. Like compared to the other ones, as a show, it falters, but as a live action, from what we have seen before and how it fares compared to them, it was good.
but do you think
Based on the
like
first episode.
like you said, they're choosing characters. They're not about the fighting, but One Piece is literally. Let's be honest. One Piece, it's a kid and his friends traveling the world to find the One Piece, the ultimate treasure, and they're fighting literally everybody. Fighting is about like 60% of this, and then like the
Well,
emotional story is like 20%, and the other 20%
no,
is Luffy
I,
being freaking stupid.
that's true. That's like 90% of One Piece. He's just acting like a special kid. Let's just call it that.
And
Right.
friendship.
I'm glad that you said the beginning of One Piece because I kind of like the beginning with Goldie Roger. I thought the Goldie Roger the character he looked like okay, I see this. He's kind of nailing it. And I look at the plaza and the whole beginning. I'm like, okay, this is getting the settings right. And speaking about the settings in the movie, even though they're not completely like 100% accurate, they kind of work. I think, in my opinion, it looks cool. Like the settings of like the whole pirates, like the docks and everything. I didn't like Shanks that much. Like his appearance, his acting was fine, but like the appearance of Shanks, I don't know. I just didn't like that actor that much. I guess.
He won't be in this season, more than likely. Like he's not. He ain't coming back for like what, 5 arcs or something.
Well, Shanks is gonna be a little bit important at the beginning, and then we'll kind of brush him off.
Bro, he's
Uh,
just gonna be like a, like, if I have to describe it in terms of WWE, he's gonna be like The Rock. He's just gonna come, say hi-fi, give hi-fi, and then just leave.
No, because they're gonna cover. I know they're gonna cover. They cover pretty early on how he loses his arm, saving Luffy.
Yeah, that they cover in this series only. So after
And,
that, you're barely gonna see him.
imagine losing
Yeah.
your arm saving Luffy. KMS.
And about Luffy himself, the character, I like that in this adaptation, he was kind of goofy, but not overtly goofy like in the anime. Because in the anime it works, but I think if he have gone like more goofy, extremely goofy movie too, in this one it wouldn't have worked. So the guy kind of held it back a little bit.
Oh, see, I don't know about that because that is Luffy. That's what sets him apart. From
I know.
Naruto. That's what sets him apart from Naruto, Ichigo, the Dragon Dude. Like he is full on special. He acts it like I don't know if he is, but he acts like he needs he needs help.
Yeah, but at the same time,
And I mean that in the least offensive way possible. But he acts.
he looks like a guy that can feed himself. He needs a caretaker. That's all I'm saying.
Honestly, he doesn't act like a response. He's a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know exactly his age, but I'm guessing around 17.
Yeah,
Or
he
19.
doesn't. He acts like he's 12. Like, let's be honest here, and which is fine.
Oh, he's a dreamer. Right away, he's a dreamer. He's the dreamer character, just like Naruto. You know, he's a dreamer character.
Naruto didn't get anyone's arm cut off.
No, he didn't.
Naruto's parents died.
No,
He was
wait,
alone.
bro. Naruto actually got his sensei hurt with a big star on his back because he had to.
In
the first episode?
Yeah, in
He
the
did
first
get-
episode. Bro, here's the thing, in One Piece, the first episode was just him and Elvida. Like, they have, I think they have, like, put, like, 6 episodes all together or something. Because I think no, not 6. Basically, like, 3 or 4 episodes are all like smashed together and like concised into one episode.
Well, manga and anime, that stuff you can put it pretty fast on us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though,
And
they
did
got
it okay. Like they didn't take much away from any of this. It was alright.
they got to the point of you saw everyone but Usopp and Sanji, right?
Yeah.
And
They
Robin.
did
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
because you meet them way later. You meet them later.
So Sanji will probably
No,
be
that-
next
that's what-
episode, or Usopp. I can't remember who's next. They'll probably be the two next.
Next is Usopp, then it's Sanji, because in Sanji case, it was with the whole backstory and arc
So
and
so they're gonna
Hawkeye
have Crocodile soon, so they can get Nami's or not Nami, Robin's introduction, and then everyone Frankie and Chopper will be soon.
Frankie would
and
be in
Frankie-
the CP9 arc. Chopper
No,
would
hell
be
no,
in
bro.
the-
Chopper is not after a while. I don't think Chopper's gonna make it to
Wasn't-
season 1.
Wasn't
And then the
Chopper
Netflix
before?
one.
Wasn't Chopper before Crocodile?
Chopper was.
Yeah, he was before, but Crocodile is way. There's a villain. There's another villain before Crocodile.
They're gonna introduce him, and that means
Ar-
so we
Arlong
just
was
so we can
before
see Robin.
Crocodile. Who else was before Crocodile?
Like they're gonna have to show Nico Robin because she's one of the main parts of the crew. So they're gonna have to.
I remember they show when they arrive to Usopp, they're probably gonna show the villain, which is the butler,
Bro, did you
which
see
is disguised as
Usopp?
the villain.
Did you see Usopp? The picture of him.
Yeah, I saw him.
I was talking to someone on Instagram, and I was like, the one
Oh,
thing you
I've
know tell
seen the
about this
actor.
show, when they show Usopp's character, if he has a normal nose, that will all you need. That will be everything you need to know about this show. And they even had what's his name, Janimbe, the fish man. He had a fish nose, but for some reason,
Arlong.
Usopp has a normal small nose. Like that's the craziest
I'm
thing.
not gonna dislike a whole series. I'm
Ugh.
dislike a whole series just because of a nose, though.
Bro,
That is
technically
lazy work.
That nose would look weird in show.
So you're telling me the
imagine
fish
a nose that can just you can dry clothes on that nose. That's how big it was.
But who was that? There was a Marine. Who
Bro, he has the Archie noses. You remember Archie the comics? He has the same exact nose.
Just
The Archie nose for
was
some
small,
reason.
His is too long. He's like Pinocchio.
Who was the Marine that had like the blue strands in his hair?
Smoker?
Yeah, like blue. That wasn't Smoker. No, they showed him in the show. He had like his hair was crossed over and it was like a light blue color. It looked ridiculous.
Do you remember his power or something?
No.
Mhm.
My
I guess
point
that's a no.
My point
Yeah.
is Usopp's 90% of Usopp, when you first see him, the thing that makes it memorable, it's not that he hangs out with little kids.
It's his.
It's his giant nose.
and
Like,
his
come on.
scaredy attitude, like he's a scaredy cat.
Another guy that was the Captain Morgan guy.
Oh, that
with
guy
the
looked like a lame ass. Like he didn't look threatening at all.
I know he looked so lame, dude. Like with the steel jaw and everything. I'm like,
And his
in the
acting
cartoon it
was
looked
lame too.
cool.
Like at no part I felt like he can intimidate me.
and his son, which is a very cartoonish character in One Piece, he was not as cartoonish. He had like a little cartoonish moments, but he was just as likable. I guess they actually know that part because the guy that portrayed him was annoying, and they nailed how he is, but they didn't nail how cartoonish he is. And he's like a very inept villain, and they didn't. I guess they portrayed that in a way, but it wasn't like cartoony enough. I guess. But like I said, it's probably hard to capture that cartoony essence that One Piece has and translate it into live action.
I mean,
It could maybe.
I mean, shoot,
Right.
like that's like I said, that's the problem with a lot of these anime or cartoon into bringing in real actors into it. Even if you get the voice actors, it's not going to be the same. Like we have not come far enough in our acting age to be able to display those type of emotions.
I know,
Not real people,
right?
make it not look insane.
I will say though, even with thinking that as a fact, I did like Luffy's interpretation. I thought it was alright. My favorite was Zoro's interpretation of the character. He made him very cool.
Let's be honest here. Zoro is quite badass. There's not much to that.
He is.
Anyone can do that. You got the little quirks he does, but that's about it.
That is true.
Luffy is more complex.
Yeah, that is true.
Like I said, I'll save
that
for days.
I would agree.
Luffy needs guidance.
Just say that. Just say that. He needs special care.
He needs a lot of help that they don't have in that world. But he's also the main character, and so he has to be portrayed in the right way. Like I didn't see enough of him. Like even from the little I saw of him in this and the commercials, like I couldn't care less about the dude. That's not the Luffy I read about and don't like. Like people are gonna get caught up. Like
I like his interpretation. I like.
Like I said, Luffy is special. That dude ain't special. He's just a normal kid. That's not Luffy.
No, he doesn't seem that special. That's true. He's like a guy that.
That's the problem. Like you can this would be the one instance where the dude from Death Note should have been in this instead of Death Note. Like he had it down. Bring that over here. A little bit more control, obviously. Bring that over here. Luffy is free. He's not caged to this earth. He's like a bird, okay?
You know what? I imagine that they actually, while they were making the series, they probably tried to do that, make it more cartoony, and then probably saw that it didn't work, and they had to find like a compromise.
That's because the actor couldn't do it.
Bro, they should have hired me. I would have done a better job.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, you think that about everything. Like, really? You can have a bad meal and be like, I could cook something better than this. I should be the chef. You go to like the Walmart and the cashier. I could do a better job than the cashier. I should be a cashier. You can't be everything in life, Ash.
Yes,
he just wants a bunch of clones of himself doing everything, and then he'll be happy in society. Like, finally, competent people.
Society would not be good with a bunch of ass clones, though. Let's be honest. Like, the bathrooms would be never open. Like, it would be tough out there for a lot of people.
Okay, how the fudge, Ash, would you do a better job? You have no acting experience. You didn't even act in your school plays or anything. No, how are you going to do a better job?
I used to do that.
You can learn how to do it. Like, let's be honest. Like, So I actually saw a movie. Let me go find the name. I thought last week. It's like an action movie. It's about some secret agent. Blah blah blah. It was stupid. It's like the Expendables. It's like the Expendables, but the poor people version. It's like we got the Expendables at home. That's what it was. It's called MR9 Do or Die. I thought the main guy they had on the poster. I thought it was the guy from Raid. So I was like, oh, I'm going to watch it. It's not him. But it was full of a lot of the actors that I recognize. They're from TV shows. Like, you can know the actors. But even they could not act in this. Like, certain movies, they have or even TV shows, they have certain styles of acting. And it was just bad. Because nobody could do it properly.
Bro. Who the hell is gonna play Luffy? Jim Carrey? He's too old. He's probably the only guy that could do all those expressions. Robin Williams is dead. Bro, who do we got left that can do Luffy? Nobody. It was either Robin Williams or Jim Carrey.
Robin Williams, bro.
Nah, bro, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey can pull that off.
No, Jim Carrey is too old.
I jumped Jim Carrey, yeah. But this one, was too old.
Y'all, like, it's fine to appreciate, but that's not Luffy that I saw. That's not Luffy.
You didn't see. You barely saw. You heard it. Bro, you weren't even paying attention.
And you guys already agreed that I was right. That isn't the Luffy.
I don't think I've ever agreed that you're right.
You literally just said it, but whatever. Like, the Luffy is very special. He's a charming child. Like, he is out there. And he's dumb. This guy, he just seemed kind of he doesn't have that Luffy smile.
No, he does.
It's not weird.
He has like I would say he has like likable airhead energy.
He has baby face cheeks. That's not the same thing. And
I thought he was fine, honestly. I thought it was serviceable enough.
Hey, serviceable enough is good for you, not for me. Like if they made a live action Eureka 7 and I see that Renton isn't a crybaby in love, I'm canceling it.
Ooh, what's the name of the annoying Kibo? Was it the little kid with glasses? Toby, thank you.
He's not annoying. He's actually a visionary.
No, I actually found him more annoying in the anime than I did in this movie. I thought in this movie he was all right, even though his character is like a weakling. Somehow he didn't get on my nerves.
He's not weak.
No, that's his whole character.
No, he's like not weak.
Dude, go ahead, Luffy. Go ahead, Luffy.
Look, you don't understand Toby like I do, okay? He's the strongest person in the Navy. You'll see.
I haven't reached that part. I'm just saying what he portrayed on this part of the series. He's just like this weak little kid that's like super afraid.
He's like 11, right, Ash? He's like an elementary school at that time, right?
Yeah, in the anime, he's way smaller and he's way more younger. In this version, like I said, I was surprised that he didn't annoy me because I found him very annoying in the anime.
That's surprising. You find kids annoying.
Oh wait, never mind. I was going to say something that would have spoiled.
But I don't know what happens and when he becomes grown up or whatever. I don't know.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Does he?
Nah.
Bro, I never watched Harry Potter. I stopped the one where he has like an uncle, Sirius Black. That's the one where I stopped at. After that, I don't know.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Right. I stopped. I actually want to watch them one day.
Yesterday was literally Harry Potter Day.
I don't care. I don't know that's a day because I don't care enough to know that. Why do you know that?
All the IG people were like Harry Potter Day, and I was like, okay.
Jesus, you and your cringy Instagram friends, bro. All right, we're your only true friends. All right, get that through your head. All right, all those people, they're just fake people, fake internet friends.
Look, I think, especially with this show, like I said, it was only one episode. You can't judge too much off of that. Like, a lot can still happen. But I think the overwhelming consensus, it's going to be okay. But I think people said the same thing. Consensus. Yeah, people said the same thing about Cowboy Bebop.
And it was okay. Cowboy Bebop wasn't that bad.
Boy, what?
It wasn't.
Honestly. I got Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray and DVD, anime.
Yeah, dude, I grew up with that shit, all right? And I listen, I'm one of those people
that ish, boy.
Sorry. Listen, I grew up with all that stuff, all right? I grew up around the golden anime era, which people praise a lot. And I used to be one of those people that thought, oh, the golden anime era was better. And like I let all that go, and now I don't worship neither Cowboy Bebop or Evangelion. They're good for their time and everything, but they're not like the holy grail of anime. Not by a long shot, you know what I mean? And one of the things when I was watching this One Piece is the same reason why I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop. It's like, I already watched the anime. I kind of don't need to watch this whole thing live action again because, like, I already know it. Like, what's the whole point? You know what I mean? In a way. Like, but I guess
it's like anyone that watches Star Wars, they had their whole Clone Wars Rebels. And now they're bringing those animated characters to life in live action. Like, same thing as this. You want to see those characters you saw that you fell in love with as real people, and you want it to be done right.
I don't necessarily need that. It's cool if they do it, or if they don't do it. I'm going to find a way.
But that's the appeal of it for the people that like it. Like,
right.
Like, I'm like you. I'm good without it.
Exactly. And if they do it, I'm good with it. I'm okay, sure, whatever.
Well, I'm not okay if they do it because it's got to be right. And the problem is 9 out of 10 times it's wrong.
Well, I don't know. I thought this one was pretty good for the first episode. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing. I probably will out of boredom or just to see where
Like
it
I said,
goes.
I'm not. Once I finish the Doctor Who, I got a Ahsoka should be done by then, so I'll go watch the Bad Batch season 3 or 4, whatever it was, or 2 actually, and then I'll go watch Ahsoka, and then I'll get to this.
You know what I'm looking forward. Some aspect that I'm looking forward in watching this is the relationships, right? Because one of the things that I like about One Piece is always how they're gonna get along with each other. How is the crew gonna get along with a new character? I like that dynamic, and
So
and
it's
this,
almost like they're actors.
no, it's just like a very simple concept of like how they're gonna bond. You know, how are they gonna become like this brotherhood and pirates and stuff. Uh, and I like that in this first episode, it showed like that Zoro is kind of warming up a little bit to Luffy. Like, you know what I mean? He sees him as like this special kid because he obviously is. But he's like, okay, I can kind of warm up to this guy because he knows how to fight at least. You know, he's bendy. Uh,
Why would he
so
care that
I,
he's bendy?
dude, because you gotta respect game respects gamer, right? He's like, okay, I got my swords, and this guy's bendy, so this guy is probably gonna be
I,
trouble.
I, I was with you when you were saying he's a fighter, but then you're saying he's bendy. I don't. Why would Zoro care that Luffy can bend?
Bro, because Zoro is a fighter, and when you think about bending, you think about all the possibilities how you can use that as a fighter, and that's what Luffy does. You know what I mean? He shows you all that you can do with that elastic power, just like Mr. Fantastic or like the other stretchy guy, Stretch Armstrong. Remember him? Uh, it's
Still
that
haven't.
power.
You're still missing the guy from DC, Elastic Man, Elastaman.
Oh yeah, the guy with the glasses, right?
Yes,
Glasses and like he had this old
the
80s
red.
style where he would keep his like he would let his chest hair show.
Yo, Ash, you remember? You know the thing about One Piece where you find out that the whole show's rigged for Luffy to be the best.
Oh, when the
Yeah, yeah. One of the guys I worked with told me about it, and I was like, "That's stupid." That's what Zoro likes, an easy path. But Zoro is top 5 in the show.
Nah, for me, my favorite character has always been Sanji. He's my dude.
because
Even
he
though he
looks
has weird
like
eyebrows.
I
like
mean,
yours.
you
Oh my
you
God,
can't
why is
you
it?
can't swim, you can't cook, you got no game.
Bro,
He can swim.
Oh, you can swim?
Yeah,
I
he
can
hasn't
too.
eaten any fruit.
No, I
Like,
mean,
I-
And
Ash,
Zoro have
I mean,
not eaten anything, so they can
I mean,
swim.
Rock can swim.
what? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Or why are you trying to hurt
I
my feelings?
honestly, I wanted to watch a movie, so yes, I do.
Don't try to hurt my feelings. I can cook, bro, and I can swim. I smoke a lot. We both smoke a lot. Cigarettes, and
He
I'm not
vapes.
blonde. No, he smokes a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah,
I
You're not slim too.
think Ash, why are you two ganging up on me?
I thought that you were doing like what Sanji has and what you don't have. So I was just.
I didn't say that Sanji's exactly like me. I just say he's my favorite character. I like his style. I like the way I like his swag in general. The one thing that I like about Sanji, he's like this thirsty guy over any girl, and he's like a romantic. But he doesn't really. Does he do anything to get with them? He's always like I admire them from afar. But like, bro, are you actually gonna make your moves, or are you just gonna act like a thirsty guy? I was gonna say it again, but I didn't. It's weird that he just like he romanticizes them from afar and a little bit in their presence, but they're like he doesn't make any effort to actually get with them. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but that's the only aspect of him that I don't like that much, and I don't mind it that much. It's all right. He's still my favorite character.
Okay, what about you, Ash?
I like Zoro.
Of course you do. Wanna be cool guy.
I
Jesus, you're so
like,
predictable.
I like Flamingo.
Oh, he's cool.
I
Everybody loves that guy though. Everybody knows he's cringy, but we all love him because he's super cringy.
I,
No, no, wait, I'm confusing him. The Flamingo's the one with the mind powers?
no, Dolphlamingo is the one who would like, who wear like a pink kind of thing with all the hairs, and he was like wear glasses, and he would just slice things up with his fingers.
Okay, I haven't reached him yet.
Oh,
I
he's
was
a
thinking.
Shichibukai. You will see him.
No, I got him confused with the guy that can morph into different people.
Oh,
You know,
number
yeah,
three.
yeah, that guy. My bad. What
Me
about you, Chaos?
personally,
Yeah, what's your favorite
I,
character?
I got a kink for villains, so I always say Mihawk.
Bro, that guy's not even a villain. What the hell?
Well, that doesn't mean I like only villains. I'm just saying I
You
like
you,
the
you
bad.
started with the saying like I have a thing for villains, and that says and then name someone who was not even a villain.
So I mean, yeah, I'm just saying I normally like villains, but this guy he is superior. So besides him, I like the girl with the hands.
Oh,
Robin.
Robin, Nico Robin.
I was gonna say with Big Mom.
She does give Big Mom energies, or like Big Mom
No,
vibes.
Big Mom is a
I don't like
character.
I
her that
mean,
much.
I mean skinny Big Mom.
Oh, like Avida?
Oh, I always forget you haven't watched it. You don't even know.
Yeah, I haven't seen that super far
Oh
ahead.
my god! And you wanted to watch this? My gosh.
I
Um,
did.
I gotta name people you know. I like Smoker.
Yeah, Smoker is cool.
He smokes.
He becomes
Um,
smoke.
and I like Big Ear Boy. Big ears, with the lightning.
Oh,
All
what the
right.
hell?
I know. Yeah. I was dude when I first watched that arc, the Skypiea arc. I thought that Anno would end up as in the crew for some reason, because at that point I didn't know who they were gonna pick up in the crew, and I'm like, okay, Anno, this guy seems too cool to just throw away after they beat him. Does he join the Straw Hats? And he didn't join, so he would have been a really cool character to have as a Straw Hat.
No, the heck.
Oh, you're super powerful. I like this power.
It don't matter. Ash knows. Luffy can't lose. You'll find out one day. Give it like 600,
I mean,
700,
technically,
800
technically,
chapters.
before the time skip, everybody got their asses whooped.
Their booties beat? Yeah.
Wait, so okay,
Especially you know who before the time skip.
Yeah.
so what you're saying is that in a way Luffy is constructed like Superman. He's not supposed to lose.
Well, he's Goku.
Bro,
Just as
he's
dumb.
like a typical shonen character. Like no matter what you offer him, he'll just overcome it. No matter
Well,
what kind of hardship, he just used Nakama power. He would just use his force and determination and his goodwill to
Yep.
just power
Yep.
through everything
He's-
that comes in his way.
He's like a lame version of Naruto.
No, he's like that meme where like we can't defeat him, just punch him harder, and that's it. That's the solution. You guys remember Dragon Ball where Cooler shows up
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of Mecha Coolers and they
Yeah.
can't beat him, and then Goku's like, I figured it out, just hit him harder, and they're like, oh my god, yeah, and they start beating every one of them. That's how it works. And with One Piece too.
No. But it is what it is. People like that simple stuff.
That is.
All right, let's do like I think we're about wrapping up, but let's do like a countdown of the characters and see if you like them. Luffy,
From
what's the
show?
consensus?
From the
Yeah,
show?
yeah. What's the consensus? No, from the episodes that we just watched.
Nah,
From the episode.
he's all right. I don't like him. I don't hate him. But then again, I never really was. I never really was like that. I didn't care that much about the Luffy in the anime as well. So yeah.
I mean, for me, that's not Luffy.
For me, I would say that he did a good enough job, and I did like how lanky they made him look because he looks like a lanky guy. Like he's kind of strong, but like skinny. He looked cool. Luffy for me is all right. What about Nami?
Freaking hot. She's beautiful.
You're such a thirsty guy.
No. She looked good.
She didn't do anything that would grab my attention, but
yeah, like Nami is Nami's a simple female best friend who's beautiful in the show.
I think at least from the acting's perspective, Luffy's actor did offer something. Nami's was just because she didn't have much to show for episode 1.
That's literally Nami. But
yeah, exactly. Chaos is right because at the beginning, Nami is really apprehensive to work with them. She doesn't want to work with them, and all she's doing to try to screw them over.
No, I'm talking about acting's point of view.
It's the same thing because at the beginning, Nami is like that. She's very secretive. She doesn't do much at the beginning.
In the show, like at first.
I didn't find her annoying. I just found her dismissive, because that's what she was going for.
Like she was just there. Like
that was literally.
That's what she did, too, bro. That's how she started out in One Piece as well in the anime.
Even the blonde guy that lost to Zoro, he did more of an acting job than her.
That's because it's literally Nami. Y'all giving her too much props. She's pretty useless.
No, at the beginning, she opens up later on, but at the beginning, she's very dismissive.
He's still trash later on.
Character than
you remember? You remember Sakura?
Yeah.
You remember Orihime?
Yeah.
That's Nami.
No, I dislike Orihime more than Nami actually.
Orihime was absolutely useless character. She offered nothing in the Bleach.
That was literally Nami at the beginning.
No, Nami.
It's not till later.
Orihime is Nami throughout the show. Like throughout the entirety of Bleach, Orihime was absolutely goddamn useless.
That's true.
That's because Bleach was not
kidnapped. Bro, I don't even understand why.
You remember
Bleach up Orihime with Ichigo because first of all there was no chemistry. It was just one-sided weird crush from Orihime.
Dude, Ichigo had no chemistry with anybody. He's non-binary. I swear to God, he's non-binary. He's one of those people that doesn't identify with any. He's one of those guys.
No, he's Ash.
Yeah, at least he has some amount of chemistry with Orihime. It was just like, oh, she is just a girl from school. That's it.
See, I think y'all missed the whole point of the manga and the anime back then. Look, Ichigo was and Bleach were the only ones that wasn't 90% filler back then. That's why he had no chance to really learn about the rest of them because they were too focused on the terrible story. The story was actually good back when it was airing, but
I would
worry. They didn't have any side arcs.
Bro, the Soul Society arc was good. After that, it was just bad.
Oh yeah, but like Naruto, they had time to give everyone their own little side story because it was like 80% filler. One Piece, same thing. You're gonna get something for all the members.
I actually love that about One Piece because I was watching One Piece recently, and every time
we know you're a writer.
What?
You're a writer. You're a One Piece writer.
I'm not even.
Look, it's okay, bro. We accept you.
No. I was just saying that since I'm currently watching it, one of the things that I like about One Piece is that every time they go into a town or into a new adventure, they give you different perspectives of like what each crew guy is doing. Luffy is usually nowhere around. They don't move the plot to Luffy. Luffy's probably eating someplace or stuck in someplace, and then they move the plot with Sanji or like with Robin or with Nami, and you see them walking around town and each day explored from their own perspective. I think that's pretty cool. I don't see that.
That's probably why they've hit like 1,000 chapters and they're still nowhere near done with the story.
Yes, it does elongate the whole thing. It makes it way longer. But I do like that they show different perspectives, like from their adventures and all that.
They waste people's times for years.
No, because
Because the problem is they're doing this with the main crew that we get enough of. We already know everything you need to know about the crew, even without that.
Yeah,
you do that stuff with the villains, the characters like Toby, all the other pirates. You do that with them, not with the main people.
All right, let's keep continuing with the characters. How about Zoro? What's the consensus? I thought obviously he was pretty cool.
He was okay. Like he did what he could.
He's Zoro. Like I said, Zoro's a simple character. Like
he is a simple character to make cool. You really don't have to ruin him much with giving him a lot of expressions. He's just like a straightforward, kind of silent type kind of character. So it's pretty easy to pull off.
He's like Ash.
No, he's what Ash wants to be. You know, not really what he is. You know, he wants to be the silent, cool type, but he's actually the short, talkative type. You know, he's like a little troll. You know,
is Zoro short?
I don't know their height. I would imagine he's like 5'11" or something like that. Okay.
Anime height is so confusing. I'm like, yo, Goku's like 6'3". Nah, he's like 5'8".
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, I don't.
Shorter than me. I was like, what? I thought that he was like 6'5" at least.
Vegeta like 5'2".
Vegeta's a shorty. Bro, he's a shorty. He's a short king for sure.
Vegeta's Kevin Hart with. I'm pretty sure we'll all finish it eventually, but no one's really hype about it. Maybe you rock, like, cause we all know you're riding with the OP.
I'm very much an army when it comes to series and movies. I'll admit it. And so yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and I'll watch the whole first season, and yeah, and then
maybe when we finish, we'll talk again about it. I hope.
Sure. I'm willing to do it.
Like I said, if you follow my Instagram, I'll put it up on my stories whenever I actually do. Yeah, I think that's it. Like, we're good. Big screen boys. Next time we'll actually have something for the big screens. We'll get something. I don't know. It's in progress. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time.